We're back.
We're back.
We got this KTM 620. 97. It's figured while I'm waiting for this motor parts, I haven't heard anything back from them yet, so let's do a little, since I got all the wiring done, I figured, you know, and it doesn't have a battery because this model never did have a battery. Just the electric start versions did. I wanted to figure out a way to test it so that I could test all the lights without this thing running, because it might be kind of a pain to get running the first time, and then doing all that stuff after it's all buttoned up is kind of a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, well, let's see. Let's find, first of all, this is where the stator power comes out. So this is the positive 12 volts in the ground for the stator. So I figured, well, what better way to test it than just plug 12 volts into this, and it should power the whole electrical system. In order to do that, I didn't have a battery, so, and this is something that I built a while back. This is just a power supply from a computer, of all things. And all I did was I put, there's a resistor, fuse, and then outputs, a ground, 12 volts, and I think this one is like 5, and this one's like 3. That's the outputs from...
Which would be computer voltage.
Yeah.
5 volts and 3 volts.
So it's basically now, it's a
power supply.
A bench top power supply, yeah. So you just turn it on. Looking at your volt ohm meter on DC volts. And we go ground, and we go 12, and we got 12.48.
Perfect.
There we go. Or we got, what's this one? 5 something. 5.
5.
And then
3.
3.5.
Wow.
So that's what we're doing. So
you salvaged this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it came in the little gray box?
Yeah. Well, that's the way they come.
Oh.
Yeah. It just came in the gray box. All I did was I went inside, modified a few things, added this
resistor,
power resistor, added fuse. It
was hot glued at one time, but not anymore.
Yeah, it kind of came off.
Zip tie.
Yeah, maybe.
Or just let it roll, because
it's not like, doing anything.
Yeah.
And then put these, I got these guys, and they're just...
got those at Fry's Electronics?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Either that or one of the other.
That is trick. I've seen it before. I've seen this before, but I didn't know that was something that you built. I thought it was something that you bought.
No. I actually found the plans somewhere.
Okay.
I saw somebody did it on YouTube or something.
So basically, if you find an old computer or going to get rid of an old computer, the power supply is a useful.
Oh, heck yeah!
Very useful piece of equipment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the ground, the 12 volts, and we're going to power our electrical system.
Our little, is that a Bosch or Deutsch?
Well, these are Deutsch connectors.
Deutsch connectors.
The previous owner converted everything in this thing to Deutsch. All these are Deutsch connectors.
Oh, so somebody did that. That didn't come like that.
It did not come like this,
oh,
no.
Okay. And what are those green things right there?
These are what they call voltage limiters.
Okay. So that's kind of like a voltage regulator for the...
Yeah, kind of like. I guess it just limits the amount of voltage that the stator puts out.
Okay, because the stator doesn't...
Or limits the amount of voltage that the...
bike gets.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So
I get it,
if the thing was going to put out more...
Yeah, because it's all based on RPM.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
But... So we hook up to 12 volts and...
The blinker's on.
Your blinker on. There we got a blinker that way. We got headlights. We got a blinker this way. We got a horn.
The horn works.
We got high beam.
Nice.
Low beam. Yeah.
Just connecting 12 volts up to the bike, man. You can cheat it.
We got a brake or tail light.
Okay.
We push on the brake pedal.
Bada boom, bada bing.
We pull on the brake lever.
Bada boom, bada bing.
We got good.
And is the brake LED also, or is that looks
No, it's
incandescent?
It's incandescent.
Okay.
This came
With the incandescent, yes.
UFO. It came that way.
Oh, okay.
So
it's just these back blinkers and the front blinkers
the front
that are LED.
blinkers, and that stuff was. This was actually wired in. This part here, this combination switch, is from a Yamaha.
Did you put that on there, or
no? This came. Whoever had this thing before, and probably whoever rewired all this
had
stuff,
done some modifications?
they added the blinkers. There weren't blinkers before on this bike. This bike's wiring diagram
Does not show blinkers.
does not show blinkers.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
With this stuff here, these guys, and all it had on it, it did have brake lights. It did have the brake lights, which is
The switch.
the brake switch here, and this one here. It had those, and it had a headlight with high-low.
Okay.
So it had a tail light. It had brake lights. It did not have blinkers.
Blinkers, gotcha.
So whoever had this said, "Well, I want to make it add blinkers."
Yeah.
They added this combination switch from a Yamaha.
They
But
probably.
it also didn't have a horn.
Oh, is that combination switch got a horn?
Yes, it does.
It's
So-
weird that they use the Yamaha one.
Well, it's probably it was easy to find.
Yeah. Either. Yeah.
I don't know. It works, so I think I'm just going to leave it alone.
Yeah. I definitely.
There's really
would.
no point in.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. The plot
forward.
thickens.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
And it's all just going through this thing and figuring it out. You know, I went through the whole wiring harness.
But did the wiring the guy did with that added the blinkers? Did it look legit?
Some of it.
Some of it was up to standard. Some of it was not.
Some of it was good. Some of it was not so good.
Okay.
There were some things that were done that were kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
The front blinkers, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. They're just plugged right into the end of this combination switch thing, and they work perfectly fine. So we get right signal. Now we go back here to the back and we look, and nothing.
Yeah. No lighty.
No lighty.
No blinky.
No blinky. We turn to the left. No blinky.
No blinky.
So went through, did a little check in here. So we're on the left,
Yep.
and I disconnected the power, and
These are the connections for the back lights, for both back blinkers.
so I disconnected the connections there. This is the positive side of it.
Of course, yeah, because the ground is
Well, let's do it this way. Let's go. This is the ground. We'll just ground it, and then we'll go. So
blinky.
there we go.
Blinky.
So our wiring
Es bueno.
is good. So, and then we go the other way.
And so it's these little bulbs or something in that back half harness.
And this back half harness had some weird,
Modifications?
very weird. I took all that out, cleaned it all up. The connections are all good. Not really sure what happened or where, but something is screwy with those. They're fairly inexpensive, easy. I can get exactly the same thing. So this bracket here won't have to change at all. It's just popping these out.
That's perfect,
Popping new ones in.
And they're nice, they're flush, they're scalloped or whatever you call them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're totally flush with the
With the bike, yeah.
so
they don't stick out.
but
Nothing to drag. I like the way they got the mirrors too, because the mirrors don't stick out.
other than that, this electrical system
Is sound.
it is.
Yeah.
It is very sound.
Perfect. Right on.
We need to do a little bit more cleanup up here. This is the wiring we've got up here. That's kind of a little bit of a mess. And but I think most of it's just going to be cleanup.
And this is not used for the...
This here is what gets hooked to the battery. And this is another reason
You want to do a battery.
this is another reason that I'm thinking of
Because then your clock and everything.
checking all this and doing exactly what I'm doing. No, what it does, I can add 12 volts to this, basically run it off the stator, off of those connections right there.
Yes.
What that'll do is that'll give this thing power all the time from the battery.
Okay.
Give it backlighting,
Yeah.
higher backlighting, so it'll be brighter.
Gotcha.
So you'll be able to see it easier.
So this bike does not currently and has never been configured with a battery,
Nope.
and it's going to be modified for a battery, for a small 2 amp hour battery.
I found a battery. It's only about $20. I believe that I will be able to make a little like a
Box in there.
U bracket,
Yeah.
with a little bit of aluminum. Maybe take this piece of aluminum here and
Oh, take it. We get to TIG. Yes.
bend it, and make a thing, bolt it on